Good morning. Can you hear me? So this is where we'll be meeting every Saturday. I don't think professors are using YouTube, but I prefer YouTube because I am going to teach the class in English, and because that's my strongest language. And the YouTube platform will create captions automatically, and then you can translate those captions to any language you like. If you like Spanish, or if you want it in English, or if you have another language you prefer. So that's why I'm choosing to use YouTube. The other thing about it is that it saves the documents. And last is that the bandwidth is so large that I can stream without interruption, usually. Sometimes the unexpected happens. So what you can do is just present yourself, announce yourselves in the chat so I can see that you're there, and the chat should be recorded. If any of you want to meet me personally or in groups, we can arrange for what I call office hours, and we can do an office hours live stream, or we can do a private office hours session using a different platform. As you see, I've displayed the Moodle page, but this is an old Moodle page. I haven't launched your Moodle page yet, unfortunately. I don't have that ready. Good morning, everyone. But it will have the same elements that I want to discuss today. Allow me, there's only 16 people here, and there are over 30 people in the class. So I'm going to wait a little bit, okay? So I'll just wait a little bit, and you guys can ask me any preliminary questions you have right now. But I do intend just to stay on here briefly to run you through the Moodle site and the syllabus for the class. So how is the sound? Okay, very good. I should be getting a new computer in next week, so things might even run smoother. It's faster. Very good, Melissa. Okay, thank you. So I'll get to know your names. I appreciate that you are here right now, and I encourage you to attend all the sessions. However tired you are, you won't have to be dressed up. Some professors do require students to dress professionally, and they put themselves on camera, and this works better for me. We're in our homes, so anyway, I'm more comfortable, and I learn better when I'm comfortable. You're free to dress up if you like, and if you want to have a meeting with me where we go on video, that's just fine. We can do that at some point, whenever you like. I do not have classes during the week. I am the director of the finance department, and I have several duties there. And I also have some research that I'm conducting, so that's what I work on in the week. So my schedule is flexible, Monday through Friday. It's the weekend. Friday morning I have a class, and Saturday morning I have a class, this class. Just so you know. All right, so it looks like almost 20, so that's good. So let me start with the platform, and then I'll answer Omar's question by addressing the platform. So the platform, Moodle platform, will have the resources that you need. And I'm just demonstrating last semester's platform because I haven't edited yours. completely yet, and I want to avoid confusion. One moment, I'm just opening up the page for myself. I still have a lot to learn on this. You're working with YouTube and the OBS software. So hopefully I improve at streaming. So let's make this as big as possible. So as I explained, I haven't set up your statistics class yet. I'm just going to migrate most of the elements from this one, so we'll just use this one for now. I should have it set up for you tonight, and I'll get you started with the materials. So I'm going to put the course syllabus here, and I usually present a tentative schedule, so you'll have all the dates. These are not the solid dates yet. I still need to verify those. Okay? But I'll send that to you tonight with a link to the Moodle, or the information about Moodle. So what you see here, this actually was the platform I used when the pandemic struck, and I had a lot of extra resources, so that I have to clean that up. Okay, ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. Oh, I had a lot of stuff. All right, so here is what you're going to get. When you scroll down, you'll see the different units, and there are 3 units, and then we have a midterm. I'm going to just check if you have any questions. So there'll be 3 units, and then there'll be a midterm. I will set a preliminary midterm date, and you'll have to let me know if it seems tight. And this course is actually created as a hybrid course, and I've modified it to be fully online, although I will meet with you every week. And during the meetings, I'll highlight the important points, but in fact, you'll see, if I click on the first unit, and scroll down through all this, sorry, you get here, Unit 1. In Unit 1, you have all the resources, including lecture notes, something I call annotated notes, and that will be, so let me show you, these are the lecture notes that you're going to begin with. Can you see that? Let's see if I can give it a moment that it displays. Yes, it does. Nice. Okay, so these are the lecture notes we begin with. And then throughout the lecture notes, I pose questions, all right? So you can fill in those questions on your own, and then you can verify with the annotated notes. The annotated notes will contain the answers. Now I know some students will feel, you see the red. So some students will feel confident, they'll just work with the annotated notes and think they're saving time, but the intention of this platform is that you self-study by engaging your thinking, your critical thinking, and read the questions, attempt the problems, and then look at the solutions. All right, so this is what I prefer, but I can't control what you do. That's just the recommendation, that you only look at the annotated notes once you've attempted the exercises. So in the regular notes, they'll just be blanks. It'll be filled with blanks, all right? So as I'm giving the video, you can check if the captions appear automatically. I think this feature is updated. If they don't appear automatically, then by tomorrow you should be able to see the automatically generated captions, and you should be able to translate them. I can do a brief instruction on how to do that if you need. So after the lecture notes are these exercises. So DNS stands for Design of Experiments and Surveys. The homework exercises are multiple choice exercises. Again, this is for self-study. I'm not going to ask you to complete them. If we were meeting, it would be different, but because we're distant by distance, I'm encouraging you just to study them, attempt the exercises, and then at the end of the document, you see the answers. Now, some students would prefer solutions, the actual thinking process and logic behind the answer. I do offer you a document with solutions to everything but the first unit, because the first unit is more what you would say theoretical, with questions that you just respond to, definitions and terms like that. And most of the answers to those questions, or the solutions, or the thinking necessary, would be available in your notes. So you'll see for homework exercises at the top of the Moodle platform, I have a document called, well, and this looks different on this one. Sorry. Where is it? There it is. So it's called Homework Solutions. At any moment in time, if you think I'm rushing or going too fast, just take a screenshot. If you know how to do that, take a screenshot of the screen and capture what it is you think is important, so you can keep up with the pace of the class. Remembering, you can review this video and make extra notes later. So to keep up with the pace, just use screenshots for now and make quick notes if you can. I will give time through the class to solve problems, so I'll give, I believe, adequate time that you can attempt problems. So in this document, these are the solutions. This provides you with the worked out solutions for the units. It's the answer key for the units. Let's see, quantitative calculations and so there, I do have DNS in here. It's just out of order. Not sure what happened. Okay, they're out of order. But so regression is here. And then normal distribution. Okay, so that is from the document called Homework Solutions. All homework exercises below are solved are solved in this document. All right, so far what I've showed you are the lecture notes, the annotated notes where I provide comments in red, and the homework exercises, which do not have to be submitted. That's just for you. You can keep track of what you've done or not done using the check marks on the side. You'll see that it'll look different in your platform. It should be empty, and then as you proceed through the documents, they'll be checked. My recommendation is, at a minimum, you print the lecture notes, either this version or this version, so you have a copy in paper where you can work out the exercises. All right, so in addition to the homework, I have what I call practice assignments. These assignments and solutions are provided again for you just to review. So once you finish the lecture notes, you answer the questions in the lecture notes, and you've conducted the homework, I would recommend, if you have time, move into the practice assignments, all right? And check the solutions. Again, it's up to you if you want to try the practice assignment without observing the solutions or if you just want to read the solutions. If you have time, I recommend you do them first by hand. And you see here are the problems. So these give you an idea of the kinds of questions. Well, actually, my questions on tests will be a mix of these practice questions and the homework with the multiple choice. Finally, in each module, in each unit, I have quizzes that are automatically graded. Okay, so those will be multiple choice questions that are automatically graded for you. You can attempt those quizzes as many times as you want. I will not be grading them. The system will. What happened? I did something wrong. Oh, I'm seeing your work, not our student work. Hold on. So if I attempt the quiz, what happens? The quiz. Well, I guess I tried it 55 times. I'm not sure what happened here. I don't remember. So you have 40 minutes for the quiz. And let's see. I'm just seeing all the grades. I'm not sure why that is. What am I doing wrong? Okay, let's try this one. It should just allow me to try it. Okay, here it is. I should have changed it to English. Okay, so here is the honor code that I use for the class. And it states, in order to ensure fairness, all students participating in my online class must agree to abide by the following code of conduct for quizzes. My answers to quizzes will be my own work. I will not make solutions to quizzes available to anyone else. This includes both solutions written by me as well as any official solutions provided by the course staff. I will not engage in any other activities that will dishonestly improve my results or dishonestly improve or hurt the results of others. So this is the honor code that I use when I actually use the quizzes for grades. I'll have to change that. But for the test that I'm going to put here, I will use that honor code, right? But these quiz questions are intended for practice only. And you can select the answers. There's 4 questions in each quiz. And you should read it all carefully and attempt it. And then finalize. Everything is in English. But I have some documents. The lecture notes I have translated to Spanish. If you're interested in those, I could share those with you. I'm going to make a note to remind myself about that. I'll also write you for people who didn't attend today and they aren't planning on watching the video, which they should. Everyone should watch all the videos, even if you miss them. Especially if you miss them, sorry, if you miss the class. So I can provide you the Spanish notes, the Spanish lecture notes. They're not perfect, but if you really are struggling with the English, let me know and I can give you the Spanish notes. I had them edited and translated and edited a few months ago. I'm just checking if you have any comments. All right, questions? Yes, Gerardo, that's right. So you're going to use YouTube for the lectures and Moodle for the materials. They're all posted there. So I won't have to send you anything by email, except, well, we'll talk about that in a second. So I want to show you, yes, I'm going to answer all the questions. People keep on asking the questions and I'll get to them. So yeah, put the questions in the chat, no problem. I'll make sure I get to them. All right, so I just, so to finish this quiz, so I'm going to finish the quiz and then it'll show me, I got that one wrong, I got that one right, I got that one wrong, and I got that one wrong. So you can try it again after finalizing. I only got 1 out of 4 correct, but you can try it again. Okay, so you can try it as many times as you want, and you have a maximum of 40 minutes. For your studying purposes, you can use all the materials that I gave you. Similarly, for the tests, you can use all the materials I gave you. You can use anything except communication with another human being, okay, for the tests. And I'll write that out explicitly in the prontuario and on the platform. Okay, so let me continue with the platform. Okay, so for Unit 1, that's what you get. You get lecture notes, annotated notes, homework exercises, practice, and quizzes. So all of the units look the same. At least in that regard, they have that, at least a minimum, they have this information. However, some units have even more. So in Unit 2, yeah, I have to clean that up. So in Unit 2, you have 2 parts, or 2, I call them modules in Unit 2. There's the graphing and descriptive statistics portion, and then there's the normal distribution. In this unit, so I compile them as Unit 2 because Unit 1 is all about data collection and different types of data, and then also different kinds of samples. Unit 2 is all about, once you have the sample, how you analyze it. And then once we get to Unit 3, we move from univariable statistics, so one variable analysis. In Unit 3, we go to 2 variable analysis, and I explain multiple variable analysis, or I introduce the concept of multivariable analysis. So what you have here in addition, you notice the same thing, lecture notes, annotated notes, and then this document's important, that goes with the lecture notes. But then there are all these. What are these? These are all videos that have been edited. They took hours and hours to edit, even though they're short. I have the time. Yes, I provide the time on them. So they're between they're between 2 and 20 minutes long. Sometimes I put on longer videos. It's not recommended, but I thought for our completeness, I made the video. So these videos are about, oh my gosh, almost 10 years old now. And they're long ago, before there was, before live streaming was ubiquitous, and I used to record the videos using actually the same software I'm going to use now. explain everything. And I was able, because they're edited, I had more of a script going. The live stream is going to have a different feel because I have no script and I make mistakes. But in these edited videos, there should be no mistakes. If I make an error while I am live streaming, usually I correct it, or students help me in the chat and they correct me. And it's a different feel, but you're going to have a little bit of everything. Well, a lot of edited videos, and then we're going to meet live stream every week. So these videos, if you click on them, this one will take you to the video. You see it's another playlist. This comes from another playlist. And I've numbered all the videos, and that playlist is found here. You can find it by using tinyURL Stats Longobardi. So the one that you're on now is the live playlist. This is just the Stats Longobardi playlist. So you'll see along the side here, can you see that? Let me make sure you can see that. You should be able to see that. So along the side here, the right-hand side, are all videos in order. So if you just want to watch the videos in order, not worry too much about Moodle, you can just watch that. You can just watch the videos in order once you've got the documents printed, and just I go by page number, so you can reference the notes. The page numbering should be good. I can't promise I haven't checked in the translated, the Spanish videos, if the numbers align, because sometimes it takes more words to say things in Spanish, so the numbering might have changed. I never thought of checking that. I'll make a note. All right, so now most of you are here. Let's see if that's true. Okay, yes, most of you are here, 26 people. So, you see it's blurry right now, maybe? If the screen gets blurry, just refresh the screen. That's how you deal with that problem. So when it gets blurry, just refresh your feed and it'll look sharp. Hopefully the new computer will help with that too. Okay, so let's look at the syllabus now. Well, actually, have I said everything? And let me say a couple more things about the Moodle, and then I'll go into the syllabus, okay? And I'll answer all those questions. So you have a lot of resources, and it's fine if you need me, I can repeat what I've said. So in this case, I have practice assignments, quizzes, and other questions and answers for you. What I want to show you on the main page, let me try and go back to the main page. I'm going to go back to the main page where it lists all the different units. I need to use my mute button when I cough. All right, so here are the different units I said. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, sorry, this is Unit 2, second part, Unit 3, and then midterms. So here I have, in midterms, I have midterms for you to practice. So you have, sorry, there they are. So here's a list of midterms. So you have lots of midterms to give you an idea of the kinds of questions I ask, okay? Lots of practice for you and solutions. Well, the answers, because they're mostly multiple choice. So what I do with the tests is I send them to you on the test day. You solve them and you send them back to me solved on separate pages, and you send them by email. That is the way I've been conducting the midterms, so I can get, and you can get a good sense of so the feedback. You can get some feedback about your work. These are largely multiple choice. But again, when you practice, always keep separate pages where you've worked out the problems. So the midterm and the final are the two tests that I will give. And I'll have to give you the dates. I need to confirm the dates for those. And you'll have to let me know if you have any problems. Usually the midterm is after 6 weeks. Usually after 6 weeks of class. All right, so now let's look at the syllabus. So what I do in the syllabus is I outline all the units and all the topics, and these topics with this section number reference the textbook. The textbook I'm referencing is, where do I have it? Down here. It's Statistics for Business and Economics, and I'm going to put in the Prontuario the 8th edition and the newer edition. If you want to buy it, you might, if you want the physical book, it's not required, but some students want the physical book. So the physical book can be purchased online. And I'm going to verify that the rates may have changed. They may be lower. So this is the 8th edition, but now there's a 9th edition. So I want to add that information in as well. So you can buy the book online with the global edition or international edition. That's going to be cheaper than buying the hardcover edition and the solutions manual. I am not requiring you to use the textbook. You have lots of materials given my notes, but some students like to have a reference textbook, and this is the one I will use to align with the sections presented in the Prontuario or the syllabus. You can use any textbook of statistics that you have, probably, but if you want this particular textbook, you can buy it. So there's 3 options. You can buy the global edition that's less expensive than the hardcover edition that comes with solutions. Well, you buy the extra solutions manual. I'll provide you the ISBN number. You should be able to rent the hardcover edition, but I think only the newer edition will be rentable. So this is through Pearson and Course Smart, and you should be able to rent it for 6 months if you really feel you need that. There's also a Spanish version of the same textbook, and that's why this has been the standard textbook for this course. All right? So any questions about the textbook or anything I've said so far? For the midterm, it's going to be handwritten, yes. You're going to handwrite the answers. You actually cannot type the answers, right? It has to be your own handwriting, your own penmanship for the answers. Usually I allow the 3-hour class for the midterm. That's what I've been doing so far. Okay, so now resources. Equipment or technology. So you obviously need a computer. Well, I mean, I'm second guessing if you just could do this on an iPhone. It's possible with a smartphone. You can study this class, but I don't recommend it. Or with a tablet, it's even better because you can mark up the pages on the tablet. Which brings us to the intention of the class was to have you print the notes and work with the notes as a workbook. Okay. So a tablet can facilitate that if you have a tablet and you mark up the notes, and you'll see that's exactly what I do during lectures. So you need a calculator for this class. Or Excel. I'm saying or because we are at distance and I can't control you and what you do realistically. So I am going to provide instruction on both Excel and on the calculator. And because the test will be by distance, you can use either of them. Okay? So for the calculator, I recommend, I have the wrong one mentioned here, so I have to fix that. The one I recommend is the TI-BA2 Plus because it conducts 2 variable statistics. So we can do regression, linear regression with the TI-BA2 Plus very, very, very easily. If you do not have the TI-BA2 Plus, which is a Texas Instrument financial calculator, if you do not have the TI-BA2 Plus, make sure any other calculator that you use has these symbols on it. Those are the minimum. So the first one, stat or SD, will indicate that you have a statistical data mode on your calculator. The second point with the summation symbol implies that you can submit or you can enter data in a list on your calculator. The third indicates the symbol for the popular standard deviation used for measuring variation of a symmetric distribution. And the fourth is for combinatorics for the probability unit. So those are the minimum symbols you need on your calculator. In addition, I'm going to ask you to have Excel. Well, I'm sorry, you don't have to have Excel, but most of you will have Excel, and I will provide instruction on Excel as well. With the calculator should be enough for this class. The TI-30XA, I only recommend I don't want to recommend that one. I want to recommend the BA2 Plus, so I'll make sure that I make that clear in the revised syllabus. This is an older syllabus. I apologize. I should, let me grab Let me demonstrate what I have in the revised syllabus. So you see here, this is what this is the revised syllabus here. Okay, so I'm going to say calculator and Excel are required. You're asked to have a non-programmable calculator. A non-programmable calculator available during every class. In addition, you should have access to Microsoft Excel on your computer. In terms of calculators, I recommend the Texas Instrument BA2 Plus, since it provides tremendous ease in the immediate computation of two-variable statistics. There are applications for the TI BA2 Plus available for smartphones and tablets as well. So if you don't want to buy the physical calculator that would cost about $40, you can buy the application on your smartphone or tablet. That will be between $15 and $20. I will use it every weekend. I'll start using it next week. Okay. Questions? So I'm not going to teach an R. I don't know how you feel, but I just think that's overkill, or I don't know. I just think it's another thing. It's extra. I don't think we need R. I think we have enough with Excel and our calculators. How about that? We aren't going to do anything that's heavy computational. I am in the future looking at getting Stata as a software installed in the computer lab on campus, on the main campus. And once the pandemic is over, my intention is to use that for my classes. But I don't have that right now. Yes, Gerardo has he's mentioned the $12 app on the iPhone. It's excellent. If you buy the Android version of the app, you have to figure it out because I don't say there's glitches, but the students have shown me questionable calculations or behavior of the app. Anyway, it didn't seem stable. But if it's free, you can try it and you can see. So the other comment was, will the TI-83 Plus be an alternative? So you can use that as long as you find all those symbols. I'm not going to provide instructions on the TI-83 if you're going to use it. It's actually officially, I do not like you to have the non-programmable, I prefer you to have the non-programmable calculator. But given the situation right now, if that's all you have and you want to use it, I can't stop you. Yes, so for the exam, you can use your tablet to fill in the exam. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, well, my point is just you cannot type your answers unless you have accommodation, unless you have a reason in advance. You let me know that you need to be typing your answers. and you have the OAPI, OSC, I think they changed the name, certification. Okay. This will be the breakdown. I'm just going to have I'm going to write it like that. Let me put it like that for you. This is the syllabus that needs to be revised. There you go. All right. So the mark breakdown will be just simple. The midterm exam for 45% and the final exam for 45%, and then 10% will just be on your attendance and participation in the class. Any questions? So you have the resources, you have access, you have information about the technology. I've broken down the evaluation, and any questions remain. So I will send you the syllabus tonight and the web page updated, and I'm going to send you I'm going to send you now to watch some videos. That's how I want you to finish off the day. It's 1 hour's worth of videos. They are not mine. They are professionally created videos from the 90s. And it's an excellent statistics series that I still use, as I've not found a competitor that's done any better of a job. I have permission to share these with you. I'll send you the link by email to the playlist. There are 4 videos. Each one is 15 minutes long. Watch it and take notes. And you can rewatch them because they're there for you. And once I have the website up, you'll see that the first set of notes addresses the videos and asks you to comment on them. All right? So if you don't have any other questions, I am going to stop right now. So let me see. If you have questions over the next 5 minutes, I'll stay on. Otherwise, you guys can have a nice day. I'm just going to send you the link by email for the playlist of 4 videos in the series called Decisions Through Data. So yes, we can communicate through email, and I will. I have a forum in the Moodle page. I don't require you to comment in the forum or ask questions, but if you have the predisposition to working in forums, you might like it. You can ask questions there, and that way I can respond, or anybody can respond, and that way we can build a new resource of questions and answers from this particular class. So there is actually a question and answer forum on the Moodle page. That's an answer to Liliana's question. All right, no other questions? So I'm just going to email you the link to the 4 videos that you should watch right now. Everybody's okay with doing the translations? Conducting the hitting the captions button and then using settings to translate the videos to whichever language you want in the captions. Okay, there's a link that will bring you to the playlist for the decisions videos. I'll also email it. I really want to thank you for accepting to be in a Saturday class. It really works for me, and I hope it's going to work for you. Okay? I'll do my best to make sure it works out. Okay, have a good day. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Good morning and goodbye. Sorry, I have to go.